In the last video, we discussed about Python lists. In this video, we will discuss two Python collection topics. The first one is Python tuple and the second one is Python set. List is a collection which is ordered and changeable, but tuple is a collection which is ordered but unchangeable. The syntax of tuple is similar to lists, and tuples are written with round brackets. This is an example of tuples. You can see the only difference is the rounded brackets. Three items in a tuple called days, and we are printing it. You can see the output Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Now we are going to print the second item of the tuple. For that we type days of 1 and it prints the second items in the tuple Tuesday. Then we try to print a negative index -1. So it will print the last item in the tuple Wednesday as the result. So you can print any items in the tuple. You can use also the negative index in the tuple. It is similar to the lists. Now we will try to print one index to another index. For that we use the colon symbol like the lists. Here we print days of 1:4 means it starts from the index 1 to the last index -1. That means 4 - 1 3. So it will print the items 1 to 3. So Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday is printed in the screen. This syntax is also similar to list. We have 5 elements, and when we try to print :4, it will print the first 4 items in the tuple. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday is printed, and in the next print statement we try to print from the second index. Tuple second index means it will start printing from Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday and Friday is printed as the result. Once a tuple is created, we can't change its values, or in other words, tuples are unchangeable. We cannot change a value in the tuple. So what we can do in this case is we can convert the tuple into a list, then we print it. So in this example we have 5 elements. Since it is tuple, we cannot change it, so we convert those tuple into a list and store it in variable temp. So temp is a list of the tuple days. Then we change the second index Wednesday to W. Then in the next line we convert that list into tuple. And when we print it, yes, the second index Wednesday changed to W. You can see it in the result. So in theory, we cannot change a tuple, but by converting it to a list and converting back, we can actually change it. We can also loop through a tuple like lists for x in tuple days. We print x means it print all the elements in the tuple days. Now we are going to check whether there is a particular item is in the tuple values, and if it is there, we can print a message. In this example, there is a value Thursday as the fourth item in the tuple, and we can check whether Thursday is there or not in the tuple days. And we are checking use the if statement. We print yes, Thursday is in the tuple values. So in this way we can use if statement in the tuple values. We can also use the length len method to find how many items are there in a tuple. In this example, we print the total number of items in the tuple days. We use the len method, and you can see there are 5 items in the tuple. Now we will see how to create a tuple with only one item. In this example, you can see a tuple days created with one item Monday, but if you look at the output, it is printed as string. Why it is happen? Yes, when we create a tuple with only one item, you have to add a comma after the first item. In this program, the fourth line we typed again the same thing with comma, and when it printed, yes, we got class tuple. That means it is a tuple. So the first one is a string, the second one is a tuple, because we put a comma after the item. In Python, we can delete a tuple using del. We cannot remove items in a tuple since it is unchangeable, but we can delete using the del keyword. It deletes the tuple completely. There are two methods in tuple. The first one is count method, which returns the number of times a specified value occurs in a tuple. It is similar to the count method in the list. There is a method index which searches the tuple for a specified value and it returns the position of the value when it was found. So these are the two methods used in tuples. Using the plus operator, we can join two tuples. In this example, days 1 is equal to 4 items are there. Days 2 is equal to 3 items are there. Then days 3 is equal to we join the first tuple and the second tuple. We get days 3 tuple and we print it. You can see 7 items displayed. There are two methods in tuple. The first one is count method, which returns the number of times a specified value occurs in a tuple. It is similar to the count method in the list. There is a method index which searches the tuple for a specified value and it returns the position of the value when it was found. So these are the two methods used in tuples. Using the plus operator, we can join two tuples. In this example, days 1 is equal to 4 items are there. Days 2 is equal to 3 items are there. Then days 3 is equal to we join the first tuple and the second tuple. We get days 3 tuple and we print it. You can see 7 items displayed. Next, we will see how to work with set in Python language. After list and tuple, it is set, another collection. The only difference is set is a collection which is unordered and unindexed. Duplicate members are not allowed in set. It starts with a curly bracket and ends with another curly bracket. That is the only difference in sets. You can see an example. Days is a set. It started with a curly bracket, then 3 elements are there: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and ending with another closing curly bracket. You cannot access items in a set using an index because sets are unordered and there is no index. This is an example for looping in a set. No index is there, but still we can use a loop to go through the set. Here we have 3 elements, 1, 2, 3, and using a for loop and in keyword, it printing all the elements. But you can see in the output, 2 is printed first and 1 is printed last. So this is the main difference between set and the ordered collection of Python tuple and lists. The index will make a difference in set. Since it has no index, we cannot make sure that one element is fixed in one particular index. Now, this is an example how to check whether an element is there in a set. Here is a set with 3 elements 1, 2, 3, and we are checking whether there is an element exist in that particular set A. In the output, you can see true is printed. That means the element 2 is there in the set A. In Python set, the add method is used to add one item. In this example, there are 3 elements and we use the add method to add the 4th element 4. So now there are 4 elements in the set A and that is printed. You can see the results 4, 1, 3, 2. All the 4 elements are printed. In Python sets, we can use update method to add more than one element at a time. Update method is used inside, there is a square brackets are used. In this example, there is a set with 3 elements 1, 2, 3, and the update method is used to add 3 elements. Note the square bracket used after the rounded brackets. So update method is used to add multiple items in a set. Here all the 6 elements printed in the output. Like in lists and tuple, len method is used in set to find the length of the set. Here you can see there are 3 elements, so the length is 3 and 3 is printed in the output. To remove an item in a set, we can use the remove method or we can use discard method. We will see both methods in the example. We can see in the example there are 3 elements and the third element 3 is removed using remove method. Then it is printed and in the output there are only 2 elements 2 and 1. So remove method is used to remove any element from the set. This is an example with the discard method. In this example, there is a set A with the 3 elements 1, 2, 3, and we try to remove the third element 3. the discard method is used here, and that element is discarded or removed, and the set is printed again, and you can see there are two elements, 2 and 1, remaining in the set A. If the element does not exist in the set, the discard method will not raise an error. So that point should be noted. Discard method will not raise an error if the item does not exist in the set. I will show you the difference between the remove and discard method. Here we have three elements, 1, 2, 3 in set A, and we use remove method to remove an item 4 from the set, but note that 4 is not in the set A. So in that case, when we use remove method, it will show an error. You can see in the output there is a error is displayed. You can see the result with the discard method. The same thing, same lines. The only difference is I used discard instead of remove, but the result output is different. No error message is displayed in this case, and all the three elements are printed in the screen. So this is the difference between a remove method and the discard method. Discard method will not raise an error. Instead, we can use the pop method, P-O-P, pop method, to remove the last element in the set. In this example, a set with 3 elements and a dot pop means the last element will be removed and the other 2 items are displayed in the screen. But note one point, sets are unordered, so we cannot make sure that 3 is the last element. Since it is unordered, so when we run this program we get different results, because one times it is 3, the other time it will be 2, the third time it may be 1. So the same program, but the results or the output will be different when we run it in different more than one time. In this time we got 1 and 3x the result. Previously it was 1 and 2. So note the difference when you use the pop method in the case of lists and tuples. If you want to empty a set, you can use the clear method, a dot clear, set dot clear. So in this example you can see all the elements are emptied from the set. Now it is a empty set. So clear method is used to empty a set. Now we use the del keyword to completely remove the set. That means the delete keyword, del keyword, is used to delete the set completely. So there won't be any definition of the set. You can see in the example there are three elements. First the clear method is used, and when we print you can see the definition is there, set. You can see in the result displayed, but after the print we use the keyword del to completely remove the set. Then again we try to print the set A, an error message will be displayed that the name A is not defined. So the del keyword is used to remove or delete the set completely. The union method is used in set to add elements from many sets. This is the example. In the first set there are three elements. In the second set B also there are three elements A, B, C, and the union method is used. First set dot union, and we give the name of the second set. So both sets will be added, or all the elements will be added, and we print that set, new set C. You can see all the elements from the first and the second set are printed. So union method is used to add elements. We can also use update method to add one set to another set. In this example you can see two sets A and B. A dot update B, that means the first set is added or updated with the second set. So the second, all these elements in the second set is added to the first set, and all the 6 elements are printed. Note that both union and update method will exclude any duplicate items. So that thing is automatically done. We need not have to do anything with that duplicate items. You can see an example here. In the first set A, there are 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, small a and small b. And in the second set, there are 3 elements, but A and B are again repeated in the second set. So when we try to add the update method in the first set, A dot update B, actually there are 8 elements. The first 5 elements in A and the 3 elements in B, set B. But the duplicate items are removed, automatically removed. So only 6 elements are printed in the result, or there are only 6 elements in the set A after the updation. There are some more methods are there in the set, Python set. Difference update, like that, so many methods are there. There is a method difference update that we can use to see the difference between two sets. So in this example you can see in the first set there are 5 elements, 1 2 3 and A B. In the second set there are 3 elements, A B and C. So A and B are repeated in the second set. So in difference update we can remove, or those elements that are repeated in both sets are removed, and the remaining elements in the first set is displayed. So this can be used to find the difference between two sets. These are the other set methods. Copy, which returns a copy of the set, and there is a method difference, which returns a set containing the difference between two or more sets. And like that we can see other set operations: intersection update, is disjoint, is subset, is superset. So all these are actually set methods. So it tries to resemble the set idea in mathematics. And you can also see some symmetric differences there, which returns a set with the symmetric differences of two sets. And symmetric difference update is there to insert the symmetric difference from this set and another. And there is an update which is used to update the set with the union of this set and others. So this is the other set methods used in the Python set. I think you got an idea about Python tuple and Python set. In the next video we will discuss about Python dictionaries. Thank you.